Michael, I guess first up, how have the girls coming back from international break? Obviously Holly, Hughesy making a debut for Wales. How have they come back?
Devon as well. We just finished a training session, so all of them took part, which is nice. They had limited minutes, especially Hughesy, because she flew in a little bit later than the other girls. But overall, everyone has pulled up really well. So I think it helps us having our match on Sunday. It gives them a couple of extra days to recover, where some teams are playing tonight. So that the fixture obviously has helped us with those international players. But I think it's just nice to have the group back together. Obviously, Shelby and Alexia as well were on under-20s duties. And with Vietnam and other international breaks over the last probably 6 weeks, we haven't really had the full squad together. So I think it's the end of Feb now that the next window is. So we've got another couple of months to really integrate everyone 100% and get good training weeks and a lot of games with the league. So yeah, all in all, going really well.
Yeah, coming to us off the back of some good news with Daniela Buttress signing on for twos. Can you just talk us about her rise? Like, how did she surprise you? How has she just sort of taken her game to this level, coming in on effectively a scholarship deal, and now she's locked in with you for a couple more years after such an impressive start to her pro career?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, my assistant coach, Marcus, flagged her performances in the local competition a fair while ago, saying that this is a girl we should be looking at. So we started looking into her and watching her more. We tried to sign her in the beginning. She chose to go to Western, and obviously, fortunate for us, unfortunate for Western and the league, obviously they're not part of it. So she was left out of contract, like a number of players, and we went in again to try and sign her. And yeah, fortunate enough, we were able to pick her up. And then yeah, she's come in with great energy and performing really well. So the club were pretty quick to try and lock her in for an extra season.
How nice is it for you, Michael? Obviously, we talked to you about the likes of Holly and Stotty a lot, but like Shelby McMahon, Danny Buttress, you've got some really emerging young attacking options there as well.
I think the balance of the squad is excellent. Look, to be fair, we had that last season as well, but I think this season we've gone with a few extra younger players that are in like the young Matildas, under 17s, 16s camps. We've got 3 or 4 of them. And now that we've started our NPL team, there's a couple of really good, promising youngsters that we're going to be able to keep an eye on and train in our methodology and play games. And the players that are not playing regular minutes in our squad, come the next couple of weeks, they're already going to be starting pre-season games for the NPL next season. So some of our squad players that are not quite getting the minutes that they want, we can send them back and get game time, which is so important for player development. So that's what's missed, especially last season. A lot of our young players weren't getting a lot of game time. So I think this is a big step forward for our club and for the development of these young girls.
Yeah, I was speaking with Caitlin on the weekend. She's not happy to not have Danny for the next NPLW season. But in terms of that NPLW setup that you're talking about there, have you finalised the structure of that? Because I saw that Melbourne Victory announced their structure a few while ago. Have you figured out how you're going to be coaching that, how you're going to be integrating that with the squad and the like?
Yes, we have. I don't think it's been announced yet, but yeah, everything's been put in place, and the girls have actually started their pre-season as well.
Do you want to break some news for us?
Oh, I think I'll let the club do that.
Does Michael back in action on Sunday? What do you expect? Like, you've had such a disrupted start, but it feels like you've come through pretty well. But to be back in the league, it must be nice to feel like you can get back in the action. Because as much as you can't really read too much into the table and that, I imagine your girls, they want to be up the top. They want to be hitting form there. What does it do to get back home and get back on some normal level footing again?
Yeah, I agree. Look, it's a different feeling. You know, some teams have played 3, 4, 5 games. I think even Victory tonight will go to 6 games before we even play our 3rd game. So, you know, easier said than done that you just focus on the next match. But when you see a team that might be 6, 9 points ahead of you, in a psychological way, there is that added bit of pressure. But I don't mind that because it's a great test for our girls in a different way. Because last season, apart from, I think it was round 3 or round 4, we were second. Basically, the whole season we were top. So, and there's different pressures to be the hunted as well when you're sitting at the top. So it's a good challenge, which I like for our teams to have. But no, everyone's, the session that we just had was excellent. I think Wellington are a very good side. Tactically, they've changed a couple of things over the first couple of weeks. I think they performed extremely well, especially in attacking transition against Victory. And they had some good build-up patterns as well, that they're trying a few different things. So we've prepared for that. But as always, we need to see what the team throws at us, because it can be different come match day on Sunday. But otherwise, we're prepared for what we've seen. And obviously, whatever comes, we have to be able to adjust.
You excited as a coach to test yourself against someone like Bev Priestman, who's obviously come into the league this year?
Yeah, look, I think watching those first 3 games, you can see that tactically she's trying some different things. So yeah, definitely. She's obviously a top coach, and you can see that I think in time their team will get stronger and stronger. New coach coming in, a lot of new players. That always takes time to implement the different styles that she's trying to play. But yeah, you can definitely see that she's been working some pretty clear patterns with the teams.
We asked you about the international girls before, Michael, but just in terms of the entire squad, I know you got a couple of players back for that last ACL game as well. Just how is everybody shaping up for that for the contest on the weekend?
Everyone apart from Briley Henry, she's still nursing a back injury, which she's just started basically light team training. So she's probably still a few weeks away. And then Ellie Wilson, unfortunately, before we went to Vietnam, copped the in-training concussion. So she's been struggling to get 100%, but she's been cleared for full team training, whether she's going to be available or not in time for Sunday. She trained fully today, so we'll see what the medical team say, whether she's going to be cleared or not. But otherwise, 100% she'll be back for next week against Canberra. And other than that, everyone's looking quite good.
Michael, I know you don't have any say over who New Zealand picks, but from a City perspective, is it strange for you guys? Obviously, you'd be rapt that Devon's going away, that Stotty isn't getting called up. And I think for those of us watching the Matildas versus New Zealand, you go, geez, there's a lot of spots where Rebekah Stott could be fitting in. Because you obviously know the value she holds at City.
Look, every coach has their own glasses. I know a lot of people question some of the choices that I make or other coaches, you know. So you're never going to be liked by everybody. I'm the same. When I'm watching, my favourite teams, you're always like, why is he playing that player? Or why not this player? So until you're actually there, you don't really know exactly what he sees, and every coach has their reasons why they pick certain players. So obviously we're wrapped for Devon. We would love Stotty to be in that environment, but for the last couple of camps hasn't been selected. So she's been doing more work with us, which is great. But, I know she wants to be in that environment, and hopefully she gets another opportunity in the future.
And Michael, with that experience that you had in Southeast Asia, I mean, we're seeing some of the content coming out, players dodging traffic on their way between the 2 sections of the hotel and the like. I know you experienced it last year as well, but with some new players coming in and the like, do you find that have you found that the team has used that as a bonding exercise as well? They've all come together a bit more. There's a bit more cohesion there now? Yeah,
100%. When you spend 11, 12 days together in the same hotel, and you just build better connections. You get more time together. You're eating dinner together, and the leadership group did an amazing job to do 3 team bonding events, 2 just players only, and 1 with all the staff and CEO and technical director of the club as well. So yeah, it was really a good, fun environment to bring everyone together. Which obviously we went there for a job, which is to win, to come top, which we're expected to. But the way we did it, in the manner of how we did it, I think was exceptional. But then on the flip side, like you mentioned, the way we bond together and integrate the new players and the new staff, because we had 3 new staff members as well, is invaluable. So as much as we're only played 2 league games, we're looking forward to that, but I think we're going to be better for it.
What was that all-in bonding exercise you did? Was it movie night, karaoke? What were you all doing?
Look, there's always some karaoke on the bus ride home after a win. But no, just a bit of quiz, fun games, bit of banter, always competition. Doesn't matter where we're playing a little quiz or a little rondo or a little competition, we're always wanting to win here. So it's good fun.
Before I let you go, Michael, what's it done for Hughesy and for the wider group, having her get called up for Wales? We know she had that Matilda's cap, but clearly so highly rated internally by you guys and by everyone in the league. I imagine a player comes back with a world of confidence after getting an international debut and after making such a big decision to switch allegiances too.
Of course, it is a big decision, but I think it's something that she did really well. She spoke to a number of people, got a lot of advice, and then made her own decision, what she felt is best for her career moving forward. And I backed her 100%. And yeah, just to see the smile, the first time I saw her was this morning, and we had a bit of a chat. And every time you play international football, the pace is quicker, the intensity is a little bit higher, so you need to think faster. But the pleasing thing was that she was welcomed. The players embraced her, the staff embraced her. So she's really happy with the decision. And to play 45 minutes, and I only watched her highlights. I haven't had a chance to watch the full 45 that she played, but you know, to get a result against Switzerland, and they've got their World Cup qualifiers next year, so she hopes she's done enough to sort of get another call back and try and do well there. So no, really pleased for her.